Good evening, otherworldlies. This is Queen Juliana, your dark mask diva. So I thought I would talk a little bit about narcissists tonight. I thought I would just kind of let everybody know the number one thing you're doing wrong with a narcissist is being obsessed with a narcissist. When you're being obsessed with anything, what are you doing? You're giving it your power, okay? You're giving something your attention, and you're giving it your power because you're being obsessed with it. It's worse to do it in front of them, okay? Because they're feeding off of it. But what you need to do is you need to quit being so obsessed with a narcissist, period. You know, we're all watching all these narcissist videos about what they do, how toxic they are, how they're out to get you, and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, they are scary, okay? They are terrifying. They're scary. They do all these bad things. I think we all know that. Find us at a low point in our life and they come get us. But we need to quit being afraid of them because we actually have more power than they do. We can avoid them, you guys. We can avoid them by having something called self-esteem. We can avoid them by having something called boundaries. I think if we love ourselves and we have something called boundaries, we could pretty much repel narcissists. See, the thing about me is I don't have relationships with narcissists. They don't like me because I have high self-esteem and I have boundaries. So I don't tend to have romantic relationships with narcissists. They really don't want to have anything to do with me. Now, the thing is when I was growing up, there was a narcissist in my life. This was not somebody, of course, that I had as a romantic partner because I was a child when the narcissist was in my life. I think that had a lot to do with influencing me, with me not having one as a romantic partner, right? Because I grew up having a narcissist in my life, so I think I knew better as an adult not choosing one as a romantic partner, having grown up witnessing this narcissist, right? So when narcissists tried to come at me as an adult, I was like, I know exactly what you are. And so I knew what to do to repel the narcissist, right? But a lot of people don't seem to know what they are. A lot of people don't have something called boundaries. A lot of people don't have something called self-love, self-esteem, self-respect. Okay, if you don't have those things, you are going to attract these people. You're going to draw them in like a magnet. So there are some people who attract narcissists. There are some people who just want to be around these narcissists. There are a lot of these people that just have too much empathy for these narcissists and like them. And these narcissists want to love bomb you. I think that's how they draw you in. You need to like yourself so you don't fall for it. Okay? You need to love yourself so you don't fall for them love bombing you and giving you this affection that you feel like you didn't have. Because they will try. So what you need to do is you need to just have this feeling that you love yourself already. So these people that just shower you with all this adoration and praise and love, that when it's too much, it gets on your nerves. And you're like, you need to back off, you're smothering me. And you need to see it for the love bombing that it is, okay? Because that person is a narcissist. You need to see it for the BS that it is. That you don't go, oh, they must really love me. This is the love that I've been craving my whole life. No, that's called love bombing. Love bombing. That's what the narcissist does. Okay? And they mirror you. Okay? They show up as a false twin flame. A lot of people take their narcissist as their twin flame because that person pretends to like everything that you like, all right? And they're really good at it. So you need to start building up your self-esteem right now. If you don't have it, go get some help. There's nothing wrong with getting some help. Now, if you have a therapist who tells you to be nice to other people, it's the wrong therapist, okay? You need to have a therapist who tells you to stand up for yourself. Not in a mean way, like where you're just like always at people, but I mean an assertive way, okay? You need to be able to assert your boundaries without being like coming off like a psycho. Better to kind of come off like a psycho rather to be being too soft, okay? But you need to be able to stand up for yourself. It's better to stand up for yourself and be just a little bit too mean than to be a doormat, okay? The narcissist likes you because you're a doormat, all right? Because you never learn to assert yourself. That's why they like you, okay? There could be something really special about you that they like. I'm not saying there isn't something special about you that they like, okay? Because, you know, there probably is. But the whole point is they want to be around you because you're a doormat. Okay? That's what they're feeding off of. Let me tell you something about a narcissist. When they're about 7 years old, 7 is the spiritual age of accountability, okay? That's when the narcissist goes left. So they are choosing a dark path. That is the point where they're choosing just to be a bad person. You can take it any way you want to, but they're going down a dark path where they are just going to mess with people for the rest of their lives, and they're just going to take from people, and they're just going to do bad things to people. A lot of people take that as like their souls are dirty and they are evil. They are literally spiritually evil. So narcissists from the age of 7, they are emotionally 7 years old for the rest of their lives, because their development stops. Their emotional development stops at age 7. So you notice when you get around a narcissist, this is one way to tell they're a narcissist. They're emotionally 7 years old. They can be like 40 and be emotionally 7 years old. That's one way to tell that somebody is a narcissist, okay? If you're doubting whether they're one or not, go like, why does this person seem like an emotional 7-year-old? You may have a narcissist on your hands. They're shallow. Okay? Some of us are, a little on the shallow side, okay? They are shallow. They are falsely humble. Falsely humble, okay? All of us need to be a little bit humble. Their humility is false. If they go, in my humble opinion, but they're just really putting somebody down, okay, they're being a narcissist, because they're really just trying to put somebody down. Narcissists like to put other people down. They like to be mean, because they like to do that to lift themselves up, all right? They really like to make other people, they like to humiliate other people and make them look bad, all right? They're always trying to step on other people. They always want the spotlight on them, and they're always trying to use you. Narcissists, basically, they get with you so they can embezzle money from you. They basically want to have several partners at once. They may be with you, but they are always triangulating. They're always looking to have several sexual partners at once. They always have somebody else behind your back, and at least it's 1 or 2 people. They're always monkey branching, and that means they're going between you and 1 or 2 other people, if not more. They're always talking to people online. They're always doing something. Is not your ordinary cheater. And this doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you, although they're going to make you feel like there's something wrong with you. They need constant attention, and they need to constantly be cheating. This is something because they're going to need to replace you once they feel like they've gotten everything they can out of you, okay? And it's really just because you're beginning to see their facade. Because eventually you will. They can't keep it up for that long. All right? You know how people, when you're trying to hide something from somebody, you can't do it forever. You cannot hide who you are from somebody forever. And they know that. They have to keep mirroring your personality, and then they need to stop mirroring your personality and pick up another person's personality and mirroring it. Okay? That's what they do. But the thing about these narcs, you guys, is you need to quit being afraid of them, that they're going to get you. Even though, when they get you, they get you. But it's you. You need to take back your power. You need to have some self-esteem. Have some self-esteem and boundaries, okay? You need to love yourself. Once you start loving yourself, it's game over for them. And here's another thing you need to do. You need to learn to ignore them. They're thriving off your attention. They're thriving off your fear. And they're thriving off your attention. There's something called no contact. That means you don't talk to them. You need to quit thinking like a victim. This is a mentally ill person. You're actually sane. You're letting this mentally ill person get over on you. You're letting this person with the emotional capacity of a 7-year-old get over on you. and then you're crying to other people about it. You're crying to a psychiatrist, you're crying to your best friend, you're crying to me, and asking me questions every day online about it, and I'm telling you the same thing over and over and over. Stop talking to them. It's really like way easier than you think it is. You just have to do a couple of things and ignore the person. Because you're smarter than you think you are, and it's easier than you think it is. Okay? And yeah, they're going to want to stalk you, they're going to want to do all this stuff, but all you have to do really is resist them a few times. And I've had friends who try to act like narcissists. I've had other people in other capacities who try to act like narcissists. All I really had to do was ignore them. And they were like, oh, well, she doesn't play. And they just left me alone. They're like, she's not one of them. She's not going to play with me like that. She's not going to bite. They move on. They want people who are going to feed their ego. They're like kids, you guys. They need people with weak self-esteem, people with weak inner cores. You got to just show them that you don't give an F, okay? Like you like yourself too much. That's why they don't bother me, because I just know how to ignore them. I don't care about them. I see them for the weaklings that they are. So as soon as I encounter one, I realize what they are. I just like, okay, I need to ignore this person because I see their little narc traits, and these are these people I need to ignore. You need to just quit obsessing on all the bad things they do and just learn to ignore them. It's really easier than you think, you guys. You just ignore them. Quit making it complicated. If you're truly intelligent, you make things easy. You simplify it. You think they're a calculus problem. They're not. They really aren't. You simplify them. Ignore, 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 ignore. The more you ignore them, the more you diminish them. And pretty soon they go away. It's really that easy. You make them disappear the more you ignore them. I hope I made myself clear. You guys need to quit being so scared of these narcs. They really are nothing. Stop being scared of them. I love you all. This has been Queen Juliana, your Dark Mask Diva, and I will see you in the next content. Bye-bye.
Imagine a simple mental exercise that brings you into the moment. Imagine understanding the illusion of time and being able to break it. Imagine ending the conflicts from the past once and for all. We are DIY Salvation. Don't just use your mind, resolve it.